Call from. Hello?
Hi there, it's Peter again.
Hi, Peter. Thanks so much for calling back.
Sure,
I truly.
I got 5 minutes and maybe 10, so
Okay, all right.
give it a whirl here.
I'll try and go a little bit faster here. Okay, so I was just wondering, who was the very last person you interviewed before retiring?
Who would that have been? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I've stumped you.
Last month seems about 10 years ago now.
Yes, and it was probably a big blur.
So long ago. I can't remember for sure.
Okay, no problem. Name one person you would consider to be the quintessential Canadian. For me, of course, that would be Peter Mansbridge. But who would it be for you?
Hey, there are so many. You could say certainly in the era of the last few years that Gord Downey.
Oh, absolutely.
You could say Murray Sinclair because he cares so much about Canada. You could say Adrienne Clarkson because she speaks to so much of who we are and what we are.
Those are fabulous choices. I agree with those for sure.
Right.
Okay, so a person with journalistic talent such as yours must have been pursued by U.S. networks over the years. Why did you never leave Canada?
Well, as a reporter, I got offered jobs as a correspondent for CBS and NBC, and I decided against it for a number of reasons, including the CBC always countered it with pretty good offers of their own.
Oh, good. Okay.
Then when I started anchoring, the CBS offered me their morning show, their network morning show, and but the CBC countered with the national. So that was in 1987.
Oh, right.
But I still have very good contacts with the American networks and still talk to friends there.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
All the time. But listen, there was no one over. People like to say, "Oh, he loves Canada so much he'd never leave." It wasn't about that. It was, that was part of it. Part of it was personal in terms of my family and friends.
Yes, absolutely.
And part of it was that I never lost sight of how I started in the business and the opportunities the CBC gave me.
Well, that's fantastic.
I remember my roots, and I'll never forget them.
Okay, great. So it's apparent that you have a lot of fans out there. I asked my readers what questions they would love to ask you if they had the chance. And they came up with some great questions. And if we had more time, I'd ask them all, but I chose a few. First of all, I just want to make a comment. One of my readers, Ryan, even joked with me that you and he are best buddies after you sent him your book after a conversation on Twitter a while ago. And apparently he's a big fan of yours. But my first question from my reader, Lushka, is what is the oddest souvenir or gift you ever received through work?
Well, we have a policy about gifts that we don't accept them, but we certainly don't accept anything that is considered to be of real value.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I over the years I've received a lot of like ties, ties.
Lots of ties.
Some people, make articles of clothing, a scarf or socks or whatever, and those arrive, and they're always nice.
They're always nice because they're handmade.
The articles that have meant something to me are actually ones that I've picked up. A piece of the Great Wall of China, a piece of the Berlin Wall. The weekend it came down. Stones from Juno Beach in Normandy, from Dieppe.
Absolutely.
Soil from Vimy Ridge. Those things mean an awful lot to me, and they're kind of touchstones for me, of which because they're so much a part of Canada, some of them, and others are so much a part of world history.
Absolutely. Those are great choices, actually. Okay, so I've got one more question from another reader, Lily. Is there anyone you would have liked to interview or meet that you never had the chance to book?
There are many, but the most recent one would be Donald Trump, who I tried very hard to get for an interview while he was running for the presidency, and then after he won the presidency. But he wasn't interested in sitting down with me, which is too bad.
That is too bad. That would have been a fantastic interview, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay, so your voice and your calm on-air demeanor got us Canadians through a lot over the last 30 years. You never got ruffled by anything, or so it appeared. Will there ever be another Peter Mansbridge? And who do you think we should be keeping our eyes on?
Well, first of all, I think it appeared to you that I was never ruffled.
It sure
I
did.
was always calm. There were times when it didn't feel like that inside me, but there's something about being in that position where you want to certainly have the appearance of calmness, especially at difficult times.
Absolutely.
I think we have a lot of people at the CBC who can have that same kind of appearance on air and excellence in their journalism.
Right.
You're going to see some of them anchoring the program when the new show starts in November, and you'll see others over time as well. I mean, we're very lucky. We have some very good people.
Yes, we most certainly do. And actually, you just touched on the point I was going to make next about the new national. When it debuts, are you going to be watching?
Oh, yeah, of course I will.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm looking forward to it, just like everybody else is.
yeah, me too. What advice do you have for the folks taking your spot at the anchor desk?
Stay calm, focus on the stories, focus on substance. Don't get carried away by the glitz and glamour. I don't think they will, but it's always worth having somebody whispering that in your ear, that what's important, the reason people watch the news is to be informed.
That's right.
To be informed with stories that matter, stories that are important.
That's right.
And that's what they need to focus on.
That's great advice. Okay, so so much has been written about you, Peter, but I'm wondering something. I love sharing fun facts about people with my readers. Can you share a fun fact about Peter Mansbridge with us? Something that, very few people already know? Anything that comes to mind?
Well, most people see me in a particular light, and that is having read the news and always being serious. The bottom line is that I do have a sense of humor, and I can be funny, and that's part of what this tour is all about. You're going to see a different side of me.
Oh, I can't wait.
And that's a fun fact.
Yep, absolutely. I would agree. I think most people see you as very serious, delivering the news in a very serious way. But I've discovered that you have quite a great sense of humor too. So I like that fun fact.
Good.
Okay, and finally, I'm going to say it. I'm Peter Mansbridge. Thanks for watching. Can we please hear you say it one last time?
Sure. I'm Peter Mansbridge. Thanks for watching.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Peter.
Okay.
Listen, thank you again for chatting with me today. I wish you all the best on your Cross Canada tour. Peter Mansbridge, live coast to coast, the stories behind the stories. And as a fan, I hope to see you on your stop in Ottawa when you're here.
Great. I look forward to it.
Okay, and thanks again, Peter, and have a great day.
You too.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.